Okay, what's going on, LBHT crew B? What is going on?
I can't believe sidekick Luca or sidekick Kyrie let down Dallas the other day in his first elimination game loss.
That's his
He's-
first
yeah,
elimination game
it's his
loss.
first closeout game loss. I
All right,
can't believe maybe he's not actually the second best point guard of all time after all.
we're gonna talk about this. Kyrie is a very interesting person. Okay, very
That
interesting
is
person.
that's a great choice of words.
Yes. Look, he's a great player. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. Where he ranks all time, we're gonna have a discussion about that for sure. uh,
Ridiculous.
Look, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. We are streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, maybe Facebook. I don't know. Facebook was giving me some trouble earlier. So if you're over there and you see it, give me a thumbs up or something. Say, hey, it's all good over here. All right. But wherever you're watching this, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Okay. If you're listening to the audio form of this, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. All right. Look, guys, I'm gonna give some shout outs here, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, there's not gonna be really any talk of Panthers or Ravens tonight. There's no news. All right. But look, we got a donation. We can talk about that. Hey, from Anonymous says, "Happy belated birthday, Jose." Oh, says have a great show. Thank you. $30 donation. Hey, you want to be awesome like that person? Okay, like Anonymous. There's two ways you can do that. Right below B is our Cash App $ LBHT Show. All right, that's one way you can donate. Also, the pin link that you see in the chat box will take you to our Streamlabs page. Both ways, leave a donation, leave your comment, and Microphone Man will do the Park Heights strut for you. Okay, so shout out to the chat. Who do we have here? We got Jeremy Miller says first for the first time in a while. Yes, he is first. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Salute. Bazel's in the house says, yo, what's going on, Bazel? What's going on? Thanks for coming through. We got Buckingham in the house. What's up, Buck?
What's going on, Buck?
Hey, Big Reg, host of Big Boy Talk. Man, y'all need to check this dude out, man. Great show, great topics every week, man. Give him a subscribe. Salute to you. Agent E's in the house. Says, what's up, fellas? What's up, Agent E?
What's up, Agent?
Thanks for coming through. Danity says, on time. Yes.
It's not something to celebrate, Danity, but thank you.
Thanks for coming through, Danity. Glad to see you. Jared Green's in the house. Salute to you, my friend. Also a great channel to subscribe to. All right. The Southern Ballers Show. All right. Go over there, hit that subscribe button. Great topics. If you whether you watch HBCU football or not, you'll learn something if you don't. Okay.
Yeah.
So go give him a follow. I got Hendo from the Road Pod says Facebook is weird. Facebook is weird, man. It seems like every other week I have to log back into it.
Yeah. Facebook's weird for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons. That's one of many. What's going on? Just Aloe says, hello, everyone. I hope everyone is great. What's going on, Just Aloe? Salute to you. Salute to you. Got our guy D Weezy in the house. Says, I completely forgot it was Wednesday. This is why you need to be in the Discord, people. There you go. Listen to D Weezy. And how do you get to our Discord? Patreon.com/LBHT Show is how you do it. All right. That is, it's essentially a one-time fee. If you got $5, all right, sign up. You get a whole month of our overtime show. You get access to our Discord, and we don't kick you out after that. If you decide, hey, I can't do the $5 every month or $10 or whatever, that's fine. Okay, stay a part of the community. All right, we don't kick anybody out unless you want that funny stuff. All right, as Mikey would say. All right. Darius Simmons in the house says, what's up, fellas? What's up, Darius?
Darius?
Thanks for coming through, man. Look who's here, B. Raven C, a.k.a. Texas Raven. Hey, what's going on? So, hey, subscribe to Raven C too, man. A long-time Ravens YouTuber, man. A good friend of ours, man. We appreciate you coming through. Hey, thanks for coming through, man. Who else is in here? That's okay. That's it so far. All right. we're gonna move fast. This is we condensing this show, okay? Because we're not gonna sit here and give you a top five, a top five Ravens defensive players. Okay, where does Lamar rank among quarterbacks? He's number one. Okay, we don't have to go through the suspense. He's number one. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you the story that you didn't know that you wanted, but you actually need. All right, this this Shiloh and Deion, we're including Deion in it. I include him in the thumbnail. This Shiloh and Deion case is it has all kinds of twists and turns. Okay, it is not what you think. What you think it is based off the headline out there. All right, there's a lot going on, and we're going to discuss this. And we're bringing Yolanda B to help us navigate through all of this. All right, so buckle up. But first, we like to start every show with a Black History fact. And B, what is it?
Oh no, I think this is just going to be a real quick one,
Okay.
more of a Black History update because you know what, we've dedicated several Black History facts to baseball before, and it makes me feel disgusting every time. So this time we cut it short, and we're just getting straight to it. So it's going to be a little shorter than usual, but
Okay.
enjoy.
Let's go.
Welcome to this week's Black History Fact, an update on the Negro Leagues. Major League Baseball, MLB, has made a significant decision to include the statistics of the Negro Leagues in its official records. This has renewed recognition for many African American players, including the legendary Josh Gibson. Gibson now holds the highest career batting average in MLB history at .372. Surpassing the previous record held by Ty Cobb. His remarkable .466 average in the 1943 season with the Homestead Grays is now the highest for a single season. Additionally, Gibson has surpassed Babe Ruth with the highest slugging percentage and OPS in the MLB. This inclusion of the Negro League's statistics is the culmination of a 3-year research project which covers the records of over 2,300 players. The goal of this initiative is to ensure that the contributions and achievements of all those who were part of the Negro Leagues are accessible to future generations of baseball fans.
All right. Shout out to Josh Gibson, the greatest baseball player of all time. We can stop talking about the great Bambino, okay? Josh Gibson he's the real great one, all right? Where's his candy bar? Where's the Josh Gibson, okay? I don't want a Baby Ruth. I want a Josh Gibson, okay? Yolanda, what's going on?
Good evening. How are you both doing, and everyone in the chat?
Doing very well, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure.
The chat loves you, Yolanda.
Right back
Salute
at you.
Yolanda. Bazel's in the house says, "Hey, Miss Yo."
Hey there.
Jeremy giving you a shout out. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, give Josh Gibson his own candy bar. That's what I'm talking about. The Gibson bar. Let's get that going. We're gonna campaign for that. Danny showing you some love, Yolanda.
Danity.
Indeed. All right. So, how do we want to do this? Do we want to get the NBA stuff out the way first and then get into this? Because we got to spend a lot of time on this. This is going to be a very lengthy court of public opinion, and I want to see where everybody sides on this, because this isn't yeah, it isn't simple. It isn't easy, and I want to see. I mean, once you get to know all the characters involved, I don't know.
We're gonna start off with some basketball.
All right, let's talk some basketball real quick.
Yeah, the WNBA and the NBA playing. Obviously, you know, the NBA, they're into the conference finals portion of the season. You know, Boston's already moved on to the finals. Dallas not able to finish off the Timberwolves in 4. So unfortunately, I mean, I thought that series was going 7, and I was really excited about it. But now that it was 3-0, I'm like, just be done with it. You're not winning 4 straight. Stop playing around. Let's go home.
One day, there will be a team that comes back from 3-0. I don't think it will be the Timberwolves, though.
It's definitely not going to be the Minnesota
Yeah.
Timberwolves.
Now,
Carl Anthony Towns.
They played all the games have been close. They could have easily gone the other way. One of the games, I mean, it was a buzzer beater that beat them, right? So, I mean, yes, they could stretch out to 7 games. That wouldn't surprise me. I would be absolutely stunned if they pulled off the upset. So,
I'm going to be stunned if they go past 5. Honestly, I think they get blown out in Game 5. I think that Dallas just had kind of an off night. They weren't hitting their shots. I wouldn't say it's an off night from the free throw line. They can't do that ever. But I think they'll bounce back and it'll be over.
A blowout? I don't think. I mean, none of these games have been blowouts. I don't think they'll blow them out.
Blowout. Yolanda, did you get a chance to catch any of the game?
I did not. Listen, I don't have a dog in this fight. The Orlando Magic are not in it, so I really don't. I'm really not. I don't have a vested interest, but I mean, I'm rooting for the Timberwolves.
Hey,
Of course,
And I think
of course, the Magic fan is making the wrong choice.
that's okay. And I think they're gonna pull it out tonight. So
hey, shout out to the Magic, man. They made the playoffs.
They
My Nets
did.
didn't make it. Yeah.
they did.
What's going on,
I do
Warbo?
appreciate the Magic though. They're getting the next great big man ready for my Lakers, and Paolo
that?
Banchero.
You just saying that 'cause
No,
he's a
Paolo,
big boy.
no, we are not. We are.
No, I'm saying that because Shaq, Dwight,
know.
and now Paolo.
Shout out to Warbo and says my Mavs are going to finish the Wolves tomorrow. All right, man. Yeah. Look, they're gonna do it at some point. They're going to the
Okay,
finals.
Warbone. That means you come back next week and tell us how that aged.
Now,
See if it aged well.
if somehow they pulled off history, Warbone, I mean, you cursed them. Okay, I'm blaming you. Okay, unless you can get a picture of Drake wearing a Mavericks jersey, then you're off the hook.
Ridiculous.
Raven C says, "Go for Celtics." You talking about in the finals?
Yeah, he's a Celtics fan.
He's a Celtics
Oh,
He's gonna be pretty upset come mid-July or mid-June.
So how do you feel? I mean, we're assuming that the Mavs take care of business and they can make it to the finals. How do you see that series going?
I think that it's a entertaining series, fairly close series, but Dallas in 6.
I kind of feel that way. But I keep saying, Raven C, this is the year for the Celtics. The Celtics have to do it this year, or y'all ain't doing it, man.
I don't think they're doing it this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I mean, they have to prove us wrong. This has to be the year. They have everything that they need. All right, Jason Tatum has to get paid.
Celtics in 5, delusional.
Wow.
Jason Tatum has to get paid after this year, right?
I'm not sure if his deal is up, but I mean he's been paid already. But he needs to show that he actually has the ability to show up in clutch moments. Otherwise, they should be looking to move on from him pretty soon.
I thought I saw somewhere that he's due for a contract extension or something. I'm not sure.
He may be.
But you already paid Jaylen Brown a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
You got Porzingis on the team. You have everything that you need to win. If they don't do it, then they need to start talking about breaking the team up.
Yeah.
Right. There's nowhere to go from there.
No, there isn't. They should have made a move like they were planning to. They built up all those assets and they were planning on bringing in Paul George, and then they kind of got cold feet and they didn't do that. They could have brought in Kevin Durant to play with Jason Tatum. They didn't do that. You've already lost in the finals once. You go back and you lose again. It's not looking great for them, especially with the younger players coming up, starting to kind of take over the league. I don't think they're going to be winning anytime soon.
All right. Well, Raven C, man, I don't have a dog in the fight. And Warbone made the best team win, and congratulations to either one of you. Only one of them is going to win.
Only one. And so I want to make sure that we see Warbone and Raven C back in the chat within the next few weeks.
Yeah. They'll be back. They'll be back.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Just to ask them, just some questions about, like where do they stand now after the finals have concluded? Did your team win? Did it not?
yeah.
if Dallas doesn't pull it off, we won't see a war bone until the start of the NFL season. I'm certain of that.
Warbone, don't let that be said about you. You're going to come back. You're going to save face. It doesn't matter if your team wins or not, right?
All right, all right. Let's get on to some WNBA. Hit that like button. All right, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We're close to 2,000 subscribers. All right, so help us get there. I forgot to mention this. I wanted to mention this at the very beginning of the show. Happy birthday to Adelia. Today is Adelia's birthday.
Happy birthday, Delia.
Happy birthday if you're watching or if you watch this later. Everybody give some birthday love to Adelia. Okay, Adelia of the Let's Get Ready network. Okay, she's the backbone of that network.
Yes.
Okay, good friend of ours. All right, so show some love to Adelia. Happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying your day.
Show some love by going over there and subscribing.
Yes, because they're close to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
So do that real quick. Go over there. Let's Get Ready Network. Okay, if that sounds familiar to you, that's where Ferris. You can find Ferris and you can find Caleb. A bunch of people over there. All right. So hit the subscribe. Get them to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be a great birthday gift. All right.
So,
WNBA.
There are some games tonight that are kind of just getting started. There were a few games yesterday. You had the Reg's Connecticut Sun continuing their undefeated season. They put a beat down on Phoenix, 70-47. So they are, I believe, 6-0 now. The Fever, Caitlin Clark, and the Fever went up against the LA Sparks with Cameron Brink and Rakea Jackson. Fever still looking for that elusive second win. But Caitlin's game is coming along though. She had a very, very good game. She actually played some defense in this one. Had 3 steals, 3 blocks to go along with, I believe it was 30 points.
30 points, yep.
Still turning the ball over quite a bit, but that's kind of to be expected. With a young point guard. But things are coming along nicely for Caitlin. They just are not really able to get into that win column consistently at this point. And it's not going to get any better on Saturday when they play my Sky. Okay,
Our
they're taking
Sky.
another L. My Sky.
What's going on, E? Thanks for coming through.
The Sky did also play. They got beat, but that's not a big deal. Angel Reese got her first double-double of her career.
I didn't see the Sky game anywhere. It was supposed to be on. And they had something else on. WNBA is going to have to fix their TV contracts after this year.
It was on here. I don't know what's going on with you. I saw it.
I didn't see it. I saw the Fever. Mm-hmm. So Caitlin Clark had a really good game. The turnovers. I watched the. I saw her turnovers. There were a lot of bad passes. All right, like she was trying to do a little too much, because she can make some behind the back passes and some flashy passes here and there. She was trying to do a little too much of that, and like you said, that's expected from a rookie. She'll learn to settle down and make better pass and shot selections because some of her shots were just, they had a chance to come back and close it out, but too many, she trying to do the Steph Curry thing, and she's not there yet, right? So. But overall, good game. Like that whole team was young. Aaliyah Boston, this is her second year.
Yeah,
she looked good too.
Well, and to Danity's point here, she says that Caitlin doesn't know how to win with that group. She needs to slow her pace down, and yeah, I mean she's used to just kind of running and gunning at Iowa, and she needs to, as Danity said, slow down and get Aaliyah Boston involved as the other pillar of that team at this point. They need to get Nalissa Smith more involved, who was the number 2 overall pick a couple years ago, who was kind of disappeared. That coach is getting fired.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I already hear people talking about it. Oh, she's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that. I mean, that was going to happen anyway. So, but yeah, the future is bright for them. The Sky as well. Now, taking Angel Reese out for that stretch in the third quarter, I don't know what you were doing. I don't know what they were doing there. I mean, they're right there with them, and when she went hit the bench, the game got away from him. Actually, that happened to the Fever too. When Caitlin Clark went on the bench, Sparks went on the 11-0 run. And you got call that timeout. Get your squad back in there. I think Clark and Aaliyah Boston were both out the game. Yeah, man, you got it. You already know when you and I play against each other NBA 2K. Go on a 4-0 run. I'm calling timeout. I don't let you get hot at all. I don't know why coaches don't do that more. I need to ask. I need to ask.
Coaches
Coach
believe in playing through it.
I don't.
And some coaches lose a lot of games.
Go ahead and hit 2 threes in a row. Hey, timeout. Let's we're not doing that. I'm not letting you go on any run.
Have you been following the WNBA season, Yolanda?
I have not, just barely. I'm interested in seeing Caitlin Clark, and for sure. But
You too.
yeah,
But hey, look, Caitlin Clark is going to draw more people to the
My
sport.
niece, Jose's daughter, was at my house, and I had the game on, and she was like, "Oh, is that girl?" I'm like, "What girl?" She's like, "That white girl that everybody's talking about." Like, yeah. That's
I'm also rooting for Angel Reese, obviously, but just not really been big into WNBA. But hey, it's a new day.
I think
Things will change.
WNBA is very exciting to watch. Those girls, I mean, all of them can play.
Yeah.
It's a condensed amount of talent because there's not as many teams. So you have good players that just don't make teams.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to expand. You got 2 expansion teams. I heard something today about the Pistons are trying to bring their old squad back. What were they called?
That I'm not sure. The old Detroit team. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're trying to work with the WNBA to bring that Detroit team back. So they're trying to expand, and we already knew. Again, this is not 100% because of Caitlin Clark. In fact, I don't even think it's the majority of why all this is going on. The WNBA was already on the upswing. There were a lot of people investing in the sport already. So this is something that was going to happen. Having somebody like Caitlin Clark, who was a superstar in college, Angel Reese as well, helps push it along further. But they're already on this trajectory.
Yeah.
Detroit shock. Thank you, Danity. Thank you.
They need to be bringing back the comments. Yolanda, I don't know if you know this, but when the WNBA first started, there were 8 teams, and I believe like 5 of them are gone now. But one of them was the Houston Comets, who had Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, and I forget the third now, Tina Thompson, I believe. But they won 4 championships, and then they couldn't find a buyer, and they collapsed.
That's crazy.
They gotta bring them back. But right now, it's about the sky, it's about the sun, it's about the sparks with Cameron Brink and Rakea Jackson. The league's very, very exciting right now, especially for new users, especially, or new viewers, especially. There's a lot to kind of get caught up on.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron Rob, what's going on? Says, I'm happy for WNBA. I like Reese, but Clark just looks different.
And Rob, different how? Different in a good way or different in a not so good way?
I think the different means like she's on a different level. That's what the young people say. That person's just different.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. Angel Reese might be different too. I don't know, man.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Yeah, Angel Reese.
I think she needs more minutes.
Angel's second all time in offensive rebounds through your first 5 games. They're tracking everything that these women are doing, and I think that her game doesn't pop as much as Caitlin Clark's does.
Yeah.
She's a defensive player. She's a great rebounder, great defensive player, and when she gets a little development on offense, she's going to be very, very, very difficult to handle. And, Caitlin needs to learn how to play defense.
Now, Warbone says right now all about Stars and Mavs. Titletown ready to be born in Dallas. I don't think anybody holds up NHL titles as part of it being Titletown. It's a good story, but that don't make you Titletown. Didn't Washington do that one year? Didn't the Nationals win one year?
Yeah, Nationals and the Capitals.
They won in the same year,
and nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Don't nobody care about baseball and hockey, man.
The Rangers won last year. That's good. I mean, look. I mean, that's good.
That's
But
cool. But let us know when the Cowboys do something.
yeah, I mean, that's what I was about to get to. Right? Like, you can't be title town unless you win a Super Bowl. That's just what it is. Sorry. All right. And I don't believe in Dallas. I like them. I don't believe in them.
Trey Lance gonna take them to the promised land after they move Dak on up out of there.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
I'm telling you, I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine yesterday, in fact, and he's a die-hard Dallas Cowboy fan. I said, you do realize that they're not going to move forward with Dak Prescott? He's like, oh, no, I know. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to ship him right on out.
They said, we all in. We not bringing in anybody else. We not paying none of y'all. You better go win. And when he doesn't, he gonna be up out of there.
I told him, I said, you do understand that, right? Like, you know that.
Warble does not want to hear this.
Warble, you're really not going to want to hear this. I asked him, parting words before I hung up the phone with him yesterday. I said, oh, by the way, before we go, can we have CD Lamb? And then, so.
Zeke Okage, what's going on?
You know you wouldn't pay CD.
I know, but it was still worth an ask. He jumped all over that.
What's up, pay the bills? Yeah, Dallas Stars, man.
I don't know why I pay the bills laughing. Like, that's your sport and none of your teams can win it.
That's true. That's true. He's from Canada. That's right. That's your sport.
He's from Canada, and that trophy just getting passed around the U.S.
All right. Listen, this is a special court case. All right. Court of public opinion. Right. It may not be real court, but it is the court that matters. All right. And this is going to take us through the rest of this show because there's all kinds of things to unpack here, and Yolanda's going to help us navigate this because when B and B are reading this, I was asking B all these questions like he knew, and he's just like, "Why are you asking me? I don't know." I'm like, we need to ask somebody. And he said, "Call Yolanda."
Well, like, is this a real team? Or are you talking about Chuck Norris and his black deputy?
Yeah, that's
what is the Texas Rain? Nobody cares, bro. No one. I mean, you bring out the emoji again. All right, are y'all ready?
If you ask Dallas fans, Dallas sports fans, would they rather have 10 World Series titles or 1 Super Bowl over this next decade? What would they rather have?
Pay bills. Y'all sport ain't lacrosse. Don't lie because you suck at your sport. Come on, man.
Man.
Well, the best players are Canadian. They don't play in Canada. They'll do that. All right, here we go. We're getting ready for the court of public opinion. And we gotta unpack this whole Deion and Shilo thing. And of course.
Oh man.
Of course.
It didn't
Let me
work.
get that.
You gotta bring her up.
Let me get that fixed real quick.
All right. All rise. All rise. Court is in session. Yolanda. There she is. There she is. All right. All right. We're still figuring things out over here, Yolanda.
Listen, I tell everyone when you're doing technical, when you're using technology and you're getting really technical with it and you're trying to be fancy like you see LBHT, things happen. Life happens. It's okay. You just keep going on. Keep moving forward. That's what you do.
Everybody's used to it. We always mess up. They know the deal. They know the deal. All right.
Oh, we didn't mess up.
Oh, fun fact. I totally messed up. One day I just was in a live stream and I was trying to read a comment and I hit the button. Well, that button said end live stream.
we may or may not have done that a couple of times.
It happens. So you got to laugh at yourself sometimes.
See, even Warble agrees. Super Bowl. Shout out to Aaron Roth for a $5 donation.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any comment with that?
There was not a comment. He sent it through the PayPal. So if you had I'm sorry, there it is. Glad to see the team back together. Thank you, Aaron Rob.
Hey, appreciate you, Aaron Rob. Appreciate that.
Warbone. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I just saw that from Warbone. Cowboys are going 12-5 next year.
Yes.
They just might. And then they'll go 0-1.
That 12-5 wouldn't surprise me. I think the Cowboys are a good team.
Yeah,
It's just a problem when they get to the
just like
playoffs,
the
man.
Ravens.
Yeah, yeah, the Cowboys are a good team. What are they gonna do in the playoffs? Because this year, especially, man, or last year, that that was disappointing. That was disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Look, $ LBHT Show. That's what that QR code takes you to in the corner there. All right. That's for our Cash App. Also, the pin link that you see in the chat box will take you to our Streamlabs page. Either way, you can leave a donation, leave your comment, and Microphone Man will give you the Park Heights strut. Okay. And we'll read your comment on air. All right. Where says we beat the Ravens. You know you don't believe that.
No. I had that conversation yesterday, and it was an uphill battle trying to convince him that we're going to win that game. But we'll put a pin in it right now for the right now, Warbone, and we'll come back in a few months.
What are you looking at, B?
No, Warbone. Thank you very much, Warbone. He just gave me our trivia question for tonight.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So, court is down session. All right. We are putting Deion and Shilo on here. I put Deion and Shilo versus John Darjean. Okay. That is the security guard's name who filed a lawsuit against both of them, really. Okay. But we'll talk about that. The current lawsuit is against Shilo Sanders. All right. Now, he lost. Okay. They ruled in this security guard's favor, and Shilo said, guess what? Well, he was awarded, the security guard, $11.9 million or something like that.
Yeah, around about $12 million.
Yeah, almost $12 million. Okay. Shilo said, guess what? I'm a broke boy. I ain't got no money. Okay. I know you see me on KFC commercials. You see me on the BMF show. You see me with gold chains and nice cars and whatnot. I ain't got it. Okay. So tough break. Now, I almost call him Cooper Darjean. It's John Darjean. John Darjean. John Darjean, he's going out there pleading this case saying, hey, look, they got money. I know he's got the money. We got to do something about this. Not sure if he can do anything about it. We're gonna break all that down into detail now. But I want to step back a little bit because when we first read it, me and B, because this is a court of public opinion, okay? Me and B were like, this is all Deion's doing right here. Deion is the dad, okay? Shiloh's still in college. He's still a kid, all right? And I thought, man, what a dirtbag move from Deion. Deion has the money. Deion can say, all right, man, look, I mean, here's your $12 million. Go on, right? Deion made that off of that one KFC commercial, I'm certain. At the very least, he can make a down payment, okay? He has the money. Why aren't you paying it? Well, take a further look into the case. Why is the security guard suing him? Because the security guard claims that Shilo beat him up back when he was in high school.
Beat him up and beat him down.
In 2015?
2015 was what the incident was. He was at a kind of a camp at a school, and the story goes that he was on his phone, and you're not allowed to be on your phone. And so the security guard approached him, asked him to get off the phone. He didn't want to get off the phone, and then security guard went to confiscate the phone.
That was me, Yolanda. I muted you. You had that air in the background. That's John, not his mic.
But so it kind of diverges at that point. There's a witness who says, obviously Shilo says he didn't do it. There's a witness who says that, Darjean kind of grabbed his arm, trying to get the phone, and Shilo just kind of pushed his arm away, and then some other teachers came in and kind of broke it up. Like there was a little bit of a scuffle, and they broke it up. Darjean says that he didn't touch Shilo. That when he asked for the phone, when he asked him to give him the phone, Shilo caught him with the people's elbow right in the chest. And then and then followed that up with maybe a couple right crosses. I don't know, but he eventually knocked him down, and Darjean was injured.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. Danity, order here, order. Okay, we'll have some order. Now you're saying guilty. Who are you saying is guilty? Because you're thinking the same thing we're thinking. We're like, all right, Shilo clearly did this, right? He did this. He was hurt, and you got to pay restitution. But this case just happened in 2022, and I'm like, okay, well, the incident happened in 2015. Shilo was a minor. How is he getting sued now? And this is where I want to ask Yolanda, like, how does this work? Like, I thought the parents would have to get sued, not the minor who is now an adult. Like, is there like a statute, on these type of things? Because this is almost a decade ago. Oh, you have to unmute yourself, Yolanda. I mute you. I can't unmute you though. You hit that. Yep, there you go. Oh, I don't hear your audio. Yeah, we don't hear your audio.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Are you hearing a sound in the background from my audio?
No, I hear like air. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not loud. It's fine. It's fine. It's just that if B's talking, like it'll drown them out. But you're perfect. You sound perfectly clear.
Okay. That's a complex and loaded question. So to answer it, it depends. First, it depends on the jurisdiction. I don't know where, what state this happened. That's going to be, first. Texas. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no idea about the laws in Texas, so I couldn't even begin. I'd have to look into that. So I'm not sure, but typically, yes, ordinarily, yes, there should be a statute of limitations. But the first thing I would need to know is, when did he file the suit?
So
It
initially,
happened in 2015.
Yeah, initially, so the security guard was injured. We gotta say that he was actually injured. He had to get surgery on his spine, and he's I guess he's got some permanent issues. So initially, his insurance company sued Deion for $26,000 to cover the cost of the guard's surgery and things like that. And then I believe the following year, Darjean sued Deion, and I'm not sure Deion's wife at the time, her name, but
Pilar,
Deion, Pilar, and Shilo for, I believe it was about $1 million. I could not find the outcome of that particular case.
So I couldn't find it either, but I doing my search through YouTube and whatnot, I heard some people say that that he did, like, it kind of dragged out. I'm not sure, if they actually settled or whatnot, but it kind of dragged out for a little bit. And I think they awarded Darjean, I'm not sure, undisclosed amount, we'll just say. And I don't know if this is a result of Deion not paying or him coming back saying, "Now give me some more money." I'm gonna get it from, I got it from your parents, now I'm gonna get it from Shilo, because he's suing Shilo directly now. Yeah. So okay, I want to add a few more tidbits here. Okay, a few more tidbits, because right now my head's already spinning. All right, I'm trying to figure out how does a college kid get sued for something he did as a teenager, right? When his parents already got sued, right? That, to me, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. Now, the reason why he lost the case is because he didn't show up, right? And I want to read from this article. If I clip this later, I'll show it on screen. Oh, I think I deleted it. Nah, I closed it out. But basically, it's from USA Today. But in the article, they're saying that basically Shilo wasn't aware of the case. Now, I thought you had to be, hit with a subpoena, right? And it has to be proved that, you've been served. But from what I read in the article, they set a date. They said they tried to notify him. They sent some notifications to some previous addresses that he lived at, but he didn't live there anymore. And he didn't have a lawyer at the time. Like, I guess he had a lawyer previously. and they didn't they didn't continue with the services or whatnot. But he's claiming he wasn't aware of the case. So the trial happens, and he loses by basically default because he wasn't there. So Darjean is awarded the $12 million essentially. Now again, Yolanda, I need to get your expertise on this. How can a case go forward if somebody doesn't actually get served?
Well, you're required to keep your address current anytime that there's a pending suit. So that's kind of where I think they are going to, fall back on. So that's on him. But the bigger issue I have is at the time in 2015 or 2016, when all this was going on, where was Deion?
I'll tell you where Deion was. Deion was kicking his children out of his house for having pierced ears, despite the fact that he pierced his own.
Okay? Objection. Okay, irrelevant.
I don't
irrelevant.
think it's not irrelevant. It
but
goes
we know
character.
But we know where he was. He was at Jackson State for like a year or two, and then he was at Colorado. We know where he was at least for a part of the time.
No, what years was he in Jackson State? That was like 2019, 2020. So that's not the time frame that we're talking. We're talking 2017, maybe late 2016, somewhere around there. Where was Deion Sanders?
Yes. Okay. Now, I can understand the beef with Deion. Okay. Me and B has some opinions. B has some strong opinions about Deion. All right. He just thinks he's a flat out con man. I don't argue with my brother on this. Okay. My opinions aren't as strong, but he definitely gives me some Jamal Bryant type vibes. Okay. And if you don't know who Jamal Bryant is, okay, he's a pastor of a mega church here in Baltimore. I think he has one in Atlanta or somewhere like that. And listen, for all my churchgoers, if that offends you, I'm sorry that you follow a con man. I'm sorry, but we know a lot about Jamal Bryant over here. He is a con man, amongst other things. All right, but he definitely gives me those type of vibes. But I mean, a lot of coaches do. So I mean, it is what it is, right? But as far as Shiloh's concerned, Shiloh's a kid, man. I mean, I know he's in his 20s now, like 21, 22, something like that. I don't even think he's that old. I think it's 2021. And this incident happened. He was a teenager. We were all knuckleheads at during that time. Okay, and more context to that incident. Apparently, Deion and the security guard had a relationship because the security guard was trying to take the phone away from Shiloh at the request of Deion Sanders. Right?
Allegedly.
Yes, that's what the security guard is saying, that because Deion and Pilar had just gotten a divorce. Shiloh was on the phone with his mom. Deion, I guess, called a security guard. Somebody put him on the phone with Deion and said, "Hey, take that phone away from him. I don't want him talking to his mom." Okay, that's what he's alleging. Okay, now if this is true, this is somebody that's trying to do you a solid. Your son hurts him, even if you think he's faking or it's a little exaggerated. Man, give him some money. You have the money. All right, man. Don't worry about your medical expenses. We take care of that. I throw a little something extra on there because, all right, my son beat you up. You're a little embarrassed. All right, don't worry. I got you. Don't worry about that. It doesn't seem like he did that, or it could be Deion did do that, and this guy's just like, give me some more money. Okay. Now, why would this guy do that? I don't know, but what I do know is this John Darjean went on. What's his name?
Well, hold on. Because before you go there, honestly, I don't say he's not faking it, right? Like he was hurt. He did have the surgery and all that. That's why Deion got sued by the insurance company because they they approved his claim. They had to pay for it. And on this, respond to Jeremy as well here. It says, "I think it's time to move on. He was only a teen, but Darjean doesn't get to move on. Darjean is injured permanently."
Time out. Lawanda, she says, y'all need to do more research. There's so much more info out there on the situation. Why have a live talking about something when you don't know all the facts? What facts have we not talked about yet? Because we're not done talking about it. What facts do you think we need to discuss that we haven't discussed so far? Okay. we did do the research. All right. If you think you can add some more context to it, do your own show. But thanks for coming through. Y'all need to do your research. You didn't even discuss everything yet. I know you're still talking about it. Like, let us finish. All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, I was even saying that, but because I know where you were about to go, which is going to be, you're going to prejudice everyone against Mr. Darjean, where he ended up by going on. Listen, before y'all hear where he went, understand that again, he doesn't have his own show, much like Yolanda, right? He has to go wherever he's welcomed. And where did he go?
He went on Jason Whitlock's show. I didn't even want to say his name. This is the most disgusting person in the world. Okay, Yolanda, do you know who Jason Whitlock is?
No.
That's good. Okay, Jason Whitlock is a black man who absolutely 1,000%
just barely
hates black people. He hates his own kind. He is the real life Uncle Ruckus. Okay, and any chance he has to slander a black athlete, he will hop on it, or just a black person with some notoriety. So he went on Jason Whitlock's show. So that brought my, now we're here. Okay, first I was here, now we're here. Now I'm like, I don't know. You could have interviewed with a lot of people. I don't know about this. All right. And he tells his whole story about what happened. Now, I was going to clip it, but I don't want to give Jason Whitlock any kind of anything here. But Darjean says in the clip that, hey, Deion tells me to go grab the phone. So I go over there, and I grab him, I say, it was just a light grab. And there's actually video of this, because that's all you see on the video is him grabbing him and Shilo pulling away. And then the other scene is when they're tussling on the ground. The security guard is actually on top of him. Okay. You don't ever see Shilo hit him. So he's trying to fill in the gaps. And he says, yeah, he violently pulled his arm away. So, now, I got my hands ready because, in Texas, you're allowed to defend yourself if somebody puts their hands on you. But I'm thinking to myself, you just put your hands on him. Right? Like, and we see
defense of himself.
No, like he was walking away from Darjean and he grabbed him. So if he decided to karate chop you right there, if he decided to give you the Ric Flair chop to the chest, right? That's self-defense.
I mean, was he walking away or was he preparing for a spinning back fist? You don't know. That's the thing. You can't know.
So okay. All this leads up to Shilo not showing up in 2022 or 23, right? No, 2022 is when he didn't show up to the court. Court rules in John Darjean's favor. And 2023, Shilo files for bankruptcy. Now, this again, Yolanda, we're going to need your expertise here. He says, hey, I'm only worth $300,000. Yes, you see me on KFC commercials. You see me on all these other commercials. You see me on BMF, right? You see me all these cars, chains, and whatnot. But I don't have that. He said he was going for his pockets. His pocket sand. He said, I don't have all that stuff. My company has that. My companies have that. He has two. He has two LLCs set up. So, how does this work? How does the company? How do you put everything through your company and pay yourself and not have that money taken from you?
Asking for a friend.
That's complex. That's complicated. And when you're talking about corporations and LLCs and we'd be here all afternoon, evening, tomorrow morning trying to unpack it. It's a lot, but I'd have to really know more before I could really weigh in on that. But just from what I do know, the reason that he is filing for bankruptcy is to absolve him of the default judgment that was entered against him. This is also a very slippery slope. I don't do anything with dealing with bankruptcy. That is not. So I steer clear from that. But there's question marks as to whether this will even work. What it's not a surefire way to, I guess, have an out from the default that was entered against him. So it's still an uphill battle. It's, to me, Shilo has a long road to climb.
So if he wins this bankrupt, like they award him the bankruptcy, right? That means he's not on the hook for the $12 million.
Possibly. There's never a yes or no, right or wrong answer. It's always it depends. You can carve out, fashion different types of remedies, and that's going to be up to the fact finder. And they're going to have a broad discretion as to whether they accept this filing of bankruptcy in a manner to, as I mentioned, absolve him of the default that's entered against him, or the fact finder can, can say, hey, I don't think that this is sufficient. I find legal, adequate grounds to not accept the tender of the bankruptcy, and he can reduce the amount. There's many things a fact finder, a judge, jury, a judge can do. So there's no solid answer how this is going to play out. It's just one of those things where you have to wait and see.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're just trying to play a little defense and see how much of that judgment they can kind of get thrown out.
Correct.
Possibly all of it, but even if not all of it, reduce the amount that he eventually has to pay.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's a question that will only be determined in the foreseeable future once all of this is resolved. But yes, that is the posture. See, Brodny knew. He didn't need me. Brodny knew exactly what was going on. That's exactly what is happening. He's trying to enter this bankruptcy, not because he just wants to, but because he's trying to get out of the default judgment. And if this is a way where a judge can set the record clear and straight for him, then so be it. But that's not an automatic. And that's where I think Shilo has a tough road ahead of him, which goes back to my original question. Where was Deion Sanders? Because I understand the ramifications that are going to, or potential consequences that are going to come should a judge not accept the tender of a bankruptcy. And, you're putting your son in a very, very precarious, uncomfortable position. So,
the way I look at it, it's, I mean, for Deion and Shilo, I mean, Deion, I'm not sure what his net worth is. I know he has $20 million to kick out. I know he has that. Okay. But like you said, if he can get it reduced, or get it wiped out, why pay it? I guess that's his train of thought. And, for Shilo, like, I think it's dangerous for both sides, because yes, Shiloh's is playing this, saying, hey, I don't make as much money as you think, whatever, my LLCs have it, and maybe it blows up in his face and they say, no, you have to pay it. In which case he goes to his dad, says, Dad, help me out with this, and maybe Dad helps him out. Okay. And
Dirtbag Dad says no, and then he's like, Shador, I know you go on top 5. That's what you said.
But
can you help me out?
He's not going to help him out, because if he was going to help him out, he would have helped him out 5-6 years ago, arguably.
But this is what I'm getting to, right? This is why I think it is kind of 50-50. He could win this because, yes, he's made, I'm not sure how much money he's made from being in commercials and on the TV shows and whatnot. I'm not sure how much money he's made, NIL deals and whatnot. But, what's his earning potential going to be after college? Because he's not perceived to be any high draft pick. It's not like he's expected to make a multi-million-dollar deal going to the NFL if he goes to the NFL. So what will be his actual earnings after that? So that might factor in, because, again, he's not suing Deion this time around. He's suing Shilo. Deion's net worth is a lot more, right? What's Shilo's future earning potentials? Who knows, right? So I mean, so he might end up with nothing. But I don't know. But how much money did he get prior to this before circling back around and saying, now, Shilo, you got to pay me, if he got anything at all? I don't know. I feel like going on Jason Whitlock's show, it just feels dirty. There's so many other credible places you can go to plead your case. But I guess I shouldn't. Well, no, I should hold out against him because this is a court of public opinion. Okay, this is an actual court. This is a court of public opinion. You go on somebody like Whitlock's show. I'm just crediting you. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Sorry, not sorry.
Believable.
And I'm not sorry. And Chef A7, I'm not sorry about Jamal Bryant. Okay. He says there'll be no Jamal Bryant slander here. He's a Baltimore legend. Man, get out of here. Just Alice says, always sue the guy with money. Don't sue the broke guy. Facts. All right. So are we ready to vote on this?
Yeah. I mean, unless there's anything else you want to add, Yolanda, how you feel about the case itself, your opinion.
My opinion, it's still what I asked at the beginning. Where was Deion Sanders? I really take issue with Deion's methodology, and I, as a father, for him to kind of just put that wall between his money and his son's future, that just is a little disturbing. But
okay, so let's recap.
As Pay the Bill says here, he's talking about Deion. He put the security guard in a tough spot to begin with. Why are you not parenting your own child? Like, if he got on the phone, in my opinion, if he got on the phone with Deion and Deion was like, hey, go take that phone from my son, I'm not doing that. You come down here and you talk to, because he's talking to his mother and you just don't want him talking to his mother. You come down here and talk to your son about that.
Hey, where's LaWanda? Is she still here? Or she just dropped a comment and leave? Living Legends, shout out to you for the $5 donation. Appreciate
you. He said, Living Legend said, I don't donate often, but when I do, it's to LBHT.
Hey, salute. LaWanda had some criticism of us when we started the Court of Public Opinion. She's obviously new here. She said we're commenting on something that we didn't do research on. First and foremost, we are not reporters. Okay. We do sports commentary okay, there you are, LaWanda. You're still here.
What up, LaWanda?
LaWanda, do you feel we have adequately covered this topic, or do you feel like we didn't get all the facts? And if we didn't get all the facts, did we leave something? What did we leave out? Let us know. Danity, shout out to Danity.
And to that, I would just add, if there's a material fact, not just a
gossipy fact.
Right. But if there's a material fact that was not discussed, we'd love to know it.
Yes. But yes, that's what we do. We discuss the things that we read and give our opinions on it. But I'm going to recap, okay, what we've covered so far. 14-year-old, was he 14?
I believe he was 15 at the time.
15-year-old, order, Shug, order. So it says LBHT never had the facts. Yolanda always has the facts. Hey, you know what? Where's the bailiff? Get this man out of here. Get out of here, Shug. 15-year-old Shilo Sanders hit this security guard with a flying lariat and dropped the people's elbow on him or something like that. Broke his neck, broke his back. The guy said he peed on himself.
Once again, I was gonna say, get it right. He pissed himself. All right. He had spinal issue. He's permanent. It's not funny. It's not funny. He's permanently incontinent.
What does that mean?
It means you can't control, like, when you go. Like, you gotta just be leaking out.
Okay, so I mean,
he said, "Give me some money."
Okay, he has to wear Depends and walk around with dude wipes all day. And why are you laughing? Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Don't talk about dude wipes. Like Teron Woodley laid down his entire his all the credibility that he built up for decades in MMA to promote dude wipes while he was laying motionless face down after catching a punch from Jay Paul. We don't talk about dude wipes.
If you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button. And if you're new, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button.
Please hit the subscribe button. So, okay, this incident happened. He sued the parents at the time. The result of that is kind of murky. Like there's different things out there saying that, things just kind of got tied up all this time. I don't know how a lawsuit gets tied up for that long, but some say that he was awarded some sort of restitution. And then in 2022, he files a lawsuit against Shilo Sanders, who was at this point an adult, right? And he's made a little bit of money off the NIL deals. Shilo Sanders doesn't show up to the trial. John Darjean is awarded the $12 million. And now Shilo is saying, hey, one, I didn't do it. Two, I didn't know there was, I didn't even know about the trial date. Three, I'm broke. So I'm gonna go ahead and file for this bankruptcy. I don't make any money. My LLCs make the money, sad day. And that's where we're at right now. Okay. Where do you guys lie on this? Okay. Are you siding with Deion and Shilo? Are you siding with John Darjean? Or are you siding with just Shilo? Right? And saying Deion is definitely accountable for some of this or all of this, right? Or are you saying, hey, John Darjean is trying to go for a money grab here? All right. I don't think he is incontinent. Is that the word? I don't think he is incontinent. I think he uses the bathroom just fine. I think he takes those diapers off and wears and puts on some boxers like everybody else.
I'll say this. If he is just fine and he is not incontinent, that's a Drake level. That's a Drake level L that he gave himself. You can say, hey, I hurt my back. You don't have to say I pissed on myself. Yeah, right? You don't have to. And he's like, I'm gonna go there just because. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and put up this poll again. As I said, we're going with: is Shilo guilty, or is this guy going for a money grab, or are they both guilty? So if you think it's Shiloh's guilty and he needs to pay, you want to type in #Sanders. If you think Darjean is going for a money grab, you want to type in #Darjean. That's DARJEEN. And if you think both of them are wrong, both are in the wrong, like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's a money grab, but you made this dude piss on himself. #both.
This is tough because I was going to rule differently from this. Okay, because if there's any culpability, I put it on Deion. Okay, when this whole thing happened, Shilo is a minor. He was a minor, and even when he gets sued, he's what, 19, 20? Like he's still a kid, right? Like
you know not to give people the people's elbow when you're 15, 16. You know that.
No, I understand, but you can't sue a minor, right?
Yeah, but you can also, in the court of public opinion. We're not talking about legally here.
And also, you watch the footage out there. TMZ put it out there. The guy did touch him first. He grabbed him. And he's trying to walk away, and it is a stand your ground state.
Allegedly touched him first. You don't know what happened before the video the TMZ put out. We trust in TMZ now. We slandering Jason Whitlock, but we trust in TMZ.
Well, you speak of Jason Whitlock, but on Jason Whitlock's show, he said it himself that he went and grabbed him. He didn't say he slapped me and then walked away.
Accountability has no age, Jose.
Okay,
I'm not sure which side Darren he's on with that statement, but
right. John Darjean out of his own mouth said that at the request of Deion, he went and tried to take the phone from Shilo. Shilo walked away and he grabbed him. And he tried to say, "Oh well, it was just a light grab. It wasn't a hard grab. It was a light grab." So you admitted that you initiated contact.
Okay.
I mean,
Yolanda,
and he's the adult at the time, not Shilo. He's the adult.
I'm sticking by my first answer. Deion Sanders, this is unacceptable. And I feel like he should have done more as his parent. He should have had more of a proactive role. And it's almost like you're leaving your child, and yes, I know he was a young adult at the time, but you're leaving your son out to dry. You just, and it's just unfathomable. So I'm not really pleased with him. So
I don't know. Oh, we got another donation. Hey, shout out to Shook. What does Shook say? What does Shook say?
Let me see if I can pull it up here. Give me 1 second. Shook says, hold on. Why does it do that on? It does it so many times on Streamlabs. Not to be funny, but I had a situation almost happen to me. I just met this guy that day, and he asked me to take this little kid's ice cream because the kid didn't pay for ice cream, and this generation don't know, but you got to pay to play. # top flight. Lord.
Whatever, Shook. Man, all right. Thank you for the donation. What a weirdo.
You know who we should have had on Court of Public Opinion was the two little British girls who were shocked at the price of ice cream at their local ice cream truck.
Oh, I wish I had that clip.
That girl talking about, I hope he hear me.
We got to get our soundbite game up, man. Yeah, there's a lot of things we could be clipping. But, okay.
It looks like the people are not feeling John Darjean's "I pissed myself" story.
I think, but see, look, I think Deion could have had. I think Deion was trying to have his back, but also not pay. Right? It wasn't. I think it was a situation of, no, my son ain't gonna. Well, in the beginning, Shilo wasn't on trial. Right? There was no criminal case. He wasn't being sued. It was Deion. So Deion is like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. Or I already paid you. We don't know the whole story.
Mother of God. Agent E, are you serious? Agent E be in here the entire time.
Agent E, and don't ever
know. He don't ever know what we talking about.
Agent E said, "What's up, everybody?" at the very beginning, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat and watch some basketball." And then he came back. So wait, what happened? What did he do? Living Legend said all lives matter. But okay. But
that new EP, Living Legend, we're gonna put the link to the Spotify in the description as well. Appreciate you.
Yep. So, I think Deion in the beginning, because it wasn't about Shilo in terms of his pockets. He said, "Okay, well, you're suing me. I'm not paying you." Right. Or it could have been, I already paid you, and you're trying to get more money. That part I'm not sure about. Right. But what we do know is that he didn't pay, or maybe he did pay initially. The second time around, Darjean says, now I'm going for your son. He's an adult now. He's making money. And I'm still wearing Depends. So you have to pay for that. Okay.
I don't like the amount of shots that are coming from counsel to the victim of this scenario here.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
He didn't.
I didn't put out the video. He put that out.
He didn't say every third word I'm wearing Depends. I guarantee you, he didn't say that.
He didn't sound like he was even angry about it. Okay, he just sitting there on
See, and again, now you're going to his state of mind. You're not going to sit here and tell everybody that he cool with just sitting in a puddle of his own making, as they say. Okay,
I don't know, man. I mean, that's probably why he went on with our show. He's like, you like.
All right, you know what? Let me mute you because disgusting. All right. Disgusting.
You can't mute me.
I did mute you. I can't keep you muted. All right. So
he said Will like rolling around in filth. I feel just right at home here.
Wow. The bias. So final answer, Yolanda. You got Deion as guilty. This is on Deion.
I got it on Deion too. Kind of. because I think it's not done being played out. If Shiloh is allowed to go through with the bankruptcy and this is wiped out, it doesn't hurt him in any way, right? His money it stays put. He goes on whether he plays football or does acting or whatever he wants to do, and no money goes to this man. And the Sanders family have won. If he loses the case and he's ordered to pay the $12 million, then I'll look at Deion to see what he does. Does he say, "All right, man, I got you. Don't worry about it. That's coming out of my pocket."
Deion
Right.
ain't gonna be around. That happens. Deion only hang around winners. He keeps telling you that.
Right, but I mean, if he does that, then he looked out for his son. If he says, "Hey, that's on you," then yeah, he's a dirtbag. So it's still kind of up in the air. But right now, as it stands right now, it looks like he's trying to protect his son's financial stability.
This is why we have the worst justice system in the world. Look at the potential pool of jurors. The alleged victims' adult diapers are beside the point. Court-ordered catheter for the plaintiff. Like, what do you... Come on, man. So what? He caught hands from a 12-year-old, and now he pisses on himself forever. That's not what this is about.
All I'm asking is this, and this is court of public opinion, so this is a valid question. Of all the media outlets to go to, why go to Jason Whitlock?
Maybe he couldn't get on anywhere else.
I don't believe that.
We don't know.
I don't believe that. He could have gone to YouTube before that.
That's not a media outlet. Warbone, what would y'all do if y'all were the parents? Yolanda?
I would have taken a proactive role in my child's, in his case. I certainly would have had a very hands-on approach. Even when counsel withdrew initially, I would have either seen to it that my child had adequate representation if I didn't feel that I could do it myself, but I would not have just taken a hands-off approach the way much like Deion did. So to that extent, I'm attaching liability here.
Jose?
First of all, you know my kids be, they're spoiled.
Yes, they do.
But they also understand dad's word is law. Okay?
The boy just told his dad he's getting an allowance, and you better deal with it.
He didn't tell me that. My son.
That's how the story came across on the phone. I'm sorry.
Okay, B says he's spoiled, but he doesn't tell you all the things that he gives my children either. Okay, but no, like it was a very compelling pitch that he made for allowance. All right, he showed me all the benefits for him getting an allowance, and I'm considering it. But that's besides the point. Okay, if I tell Jacob, give up your phone, guess what he's gonna do? Without question, he's gonna give up the phone
because he has another one and a Switch and a laptop.
And I got three teenagers plus a bonus one for April. They all know if I say something, I'm not playing. You're gonna give it to me, right? If you're at school and you're on the phone when you're not supposed to be, and they call me like, "Hey, so and so's on the phone," you're gonna give up that phone, and they know not to challenge the adults. And if they did, because this is how me and B were brought up. You don't challenge the adults. You're just a kid, right? So that's how I'm raising my kids. Okay, you feel like you shouldn't have to give up the phone. You're talking to your mom or whatever. All right, but I told that man to take the phone from you. Why are you fighting with them, right? And once I hear your excuse, okay, it's not acceptable. You're in trouble. I'm gonna work it out with the security guard, especially if I called him and told him, "Hey, get the phone from him," right? Just man to man. I asked you to do something for me. You try to do it. You hurt yourself. You ain't got to go through the courts. You don't have to sue me, whatever. I mean, sue me if you want. That's fine. I'll pay that. But I'm gonna give you some extra money. I'm going to take care of you because I have the means to do it. That's what I'm gonna do. We can settle this outside of court. Now, we don't know, right? Because if it was settled outside of court, that wasn't reported. That's not documented anywhere. We don't know if he did that. And if it's a situation where I did do that and you came back and sued me years later or sued my son years later, yeah, we got a problem. I'm not paying it. He's not paying it. We're gonna go this route. That's how you want to play it. So that's the part that's in question, somewhat. But knowing what we know about Deion, I don't know, man.
Danity says a good $1 a week should suffice as allowance. Save up. Danity coming strong from 1972. Appreciate that. I went ahead and added, for anybody who still wanted to vote, but I went ahead and added Deion to the poll since y'all are hating on Deion pretty hardcore. If you think Deion is to blame, hashtag Deion. But it looks like they don't like piss pants. They say Darjean is the guilty party here.
Yolanda said Darjean said Deion did not respond to his efforts to talk about it. That's his story. There's always two sides of the story, right? If Deion comes out and says, yeah, here's some wire transactions of me paying him some money, then what? I mean, the Sanders haven't spoken about it publicly, so we're getting his side of it. And again, man, this is court of public opinion. When you go on Jason Whitlock's show, telling your story, something is up. Okay, Shilo Sanders just whizzed past the court date.
Go to bed, Jazella.
I just want to ask y'all, when was the last time Jason Whitlock broke some news that was factual? Right? When's the last time anything Jason Whitlock reported was right on the nail? The fact that he's covering this and nobody else is. I mean, maybe he goes on somebody, talks to some other people later on. But the fact that he's doing it and nobody else has talked to this man, I'm highly suspicious of it.
I'm just shocked that there's not a single person in the audience who thinks the kid who beat this man nearly to death is guilty.
Wait, is it hashtag Deion for the vote? Okay.
Yeah, he's got a couple of votes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I know Yolanda would be voting for him too if she was in the chat, but it's not. And I should probably log in there and vote for Deion myself.
Bazel says, "I feel like Jose's too nice." You don't know me, Bazel. Don't act like you've met me before.
Yeah.
I'm not too nice.
We can ask a certain somebody about it. It's hashtag Sanders Danity, not hashtag Shilo.
You think Shiloh's guilty?
I mean, listen, the dude's permanently injured. Just hand over your phone.
12, as a minor at the time, he can't be sued. It's one thing if you say, "Hey, I want to press charges." You didn't press charges. You went straight for the pockets of his parents. So at that point, he's absolved, of it. As far as I'm concerned, you went for his parents' pockets. However it worked out, it worked out. Now that he's in college,
he's absolved. Like legally, yeah, okay. It just in the court system, yeah, okay. He's not going to be in trouble necessarily at that point because you're suing Deion trying to get some money, but that doesn't absolve him of going rock bottom on a security guard.
Fine, and he should be punished at that point, not 9 years later.
Well, I mean, I hate to put it this way, but Mr. Darjean was not capable of punishing him in any sense of the word. Okay?
It's Texas.
He's not his parent. And he couldn't threaten to fight him, right? Well,
why not?
What was he going to do to Shilo?
I mean, look. Heno says Darjean. I mean, this is a tricky one. I'm saying it's a combination of Darjean and Deion. Okay, the two of them need to work that out. If Deion didn't talk to him, if Darjean says, "Hey, I tried to settle it man to man. I tried to call him on the phone. He wouldn't take my call." That's slimy, right? Mm-hmm. Like Deion, you gotta own that. You have the money, okay? Even if you had to pay it in installments over time, do it. I mean, Deion always wants to be the flashy person. He's in all the commercials. You got everything. You had the money. The man, according to him, was trying to look out for you. He's trying to do you a solid. You have to take care of him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Yolanda and in part with you as well. I think Deion is at fault here because one, you were the one who raised Shilo. right? So
Or did he? He kicked him out on the street early at an early age.
but you're at least partially responsible for the way he acts, right? For the way he reacted in that situation, and then even if because and I don't want to hear anything about the good nature of human beings. Some kids are just bad. Even if he was just a bad kid and he just and Deion didn't raise him this way and he just went off and beat up this security guard, he's still your responsibility, right? And the consequences of his actions still fall to you at that point in his life. And you could have made all of this go away, and it wouldn't even be out there. But because now, I mean, he's a grown man now, and now it's coming out, and it's going to taint his reputation moving forward, right? So Deion could have just made this go away at the time. So I'm going Deion is guilty as well.
All right, what's the green? What's the green? Is that both?
The green is the victim, Darjean. I tell you, the crowd is not. They heard this man be peeing his pants, and they were like, "Guilty!" #guilty.
I think that Jason Whitlock swayed there, being like it
they
did.
They heard he got beat up by a 15-year-old. They're like, "Lock him up."
So Darjean, sorry, my man. You get no sympathy over here. Okay. You're 9 years too late, my friend. All right. That's it, Yolanda. Thank you so much for helping us break this down. There will be more, I'm sure. The more will come out on this, and we'll cover that as well. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is going to be something to watch.
Yes. Okay. Look, we told y'all. I mean, this show's already gone on too long. It's already gone on too long. It's trivia time, and then we're doing the overtime show. If you want to discuss this more, all right, we're going to go to an overtime show. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. We're going to listen. I didn't even set it up yet. I was supposed to set that up. We're going to be talking some more X-Men 97. I finished the season. Okay. I have my thoughts. We'll discuss that. We can talk more Sanders. We're going to talk some college football because there's a college football game, video game coming out. People are excited about that. B wants to discuss that. We'll discuss it. Anything you want to discuss, anything we didn't get to on the show, we will go over on the overtime show. Patreon.com/LBHT Show is how you do it. If you have as little as $5, and I know you do, go ahead and sign up. Okay. That gives you access to our overtime show. It gives you access to our Discord. Agent E says I can't vote because the first time I'm hearing about it. Well, go back and rewind. Just go back and rewind. But you get access to our Discord. And our Discord is essentially a one-time fee. Okay. Even when you leave Patreon, you still have access to the Discord. We don't kick anybody out unless you ask it has to get kicked out. Okay. So lots of good benefits. We also have a coin here. LBHT Crew coin. All right. Very nice coin here. Check it out. That's for the $10 tier. Okay. We got a ton of perks if you sign up. Okay. $5, $10, $20, even $60 tier. Okay. So check it out. Also, if you like what we're wearing right here, all right, you can find that on our store. LBHTshow.com/shop is where you can find our merch. Also, just go to LBHTshow.com and sign up to our newsletter, and you get a cool 1,000 points. I know some of you don't know that we do a point system here. We give away prizes every month. In fact, this is the last show of this month. So next show, we're going to be doing our giveaways. So whoever has the most points at the end of this show will win a prize. Okay. Yolanda, you won it last month, didn't you? Yolanda won it.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we let you pick your prize within a certain amount, a certain price around. Okay. Yeah. The second prize is a drawing. All you need is 1,000 points. You get 1,000 points. You enter our drawing. That's for a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay. So if you want to check your points, it is, what is it? Exclamation point points. You type exclamation point points in the chat, and our chat bot will tell you how many points you have. Okay. And if you need more points, you can donate. That gets you a lot of points. You can subscribe. If you're not subscribed, that gets you points. You can submit a question. Do a Friday. Man, get out of here.
This is Do a Friday Show. Counterpoint. Donate now.
You can, yes. Okay. Big Boy Talk got 925. Chris White 885. You're close. Okay, I be saying 800. So hey, you got a few more minutes. You get answer this trivia question that B's about to ask you correctly. The first three to get it right get points. Okay, and if you want a quick 1,000 points, LBHTShow.com. Go there. Wait for the box to pop up. Type in your email. That is for our newsletter. We haven't released it yet. We keep saying we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Sign up for the newsletter. Let us know. Hey, signed up. That's an automatic 1,000 points. Also, sign up to Patreon. Patreon gets you some points as well. Right? Those are all the options that you have right now to get you to the 1,000 mark. All right. Or if you're trying to be number one, Bazel. Oh, DDSQ is number one.
Yes.
Okay. It's close at the top there.
Trivia time. Thank you very much, Warbone, for inspiring this question.
Do we have questions?
No submitting questions this week.
Okay.
So trivia time, and thank you to Warbone for inspiring it. What is the Dallas Cowboys record versus the Carolina Panthers in the playoffs?
I think I know it.
It's got to be like 0 and something, right? Just teasing, Warbone. Just teasing.
I think it's either 0-1 or 0-2. Okay, I see some answers going through. And by the way, when I answer questions, don't try to steal my answer because I don't really know. Okay, I might be right, I may not be, but don't let me lead you astray. You just Google it. Okay, got a couple answers in here. Warbone, can you answer the question, please? Warbone is a Cowboys fan. Answer the question, please. What's the record against the Panthers in the playoffs? I see a few answers. Do we got any right answers so far, B?
We do.
Okay.
We do indeed. Well,
while we're waiting,
we have 3 correct answers. Danny, you can't answer multiple times.
Agent Eve.
5 and 10.
Goodness.
What's the answer?
The answer is 0-2 for America's team.
There you go.
So congrats to Bazel, Hendo, and Living Legend for getting that correct.
Salute to y'all.
And congrats for the Dallas Cowboys for being big
Warbone,
time.
That's not an answer. Can you answer the question? Yolanda, you have a YouTube channel. Let the people know all about it.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I always appreciate chopping it up with you. 2 gentlemen over at LBHT and everyone in the chat. You can find me at Ravens Talk with Yolanda, where I talk Baltimore Ravens at least once a week, and here recently twice a week.
All right. Listen.
And what about your other channel?
Yes, your other channel.
Yes, I also have a plant-based channel. So if you are looking to find ways to incorporate more fruits and vegetables in your diet, you can come over and see me at Life with Yolanda. But I will plan to revive that channel very soon.
Yes, because my fiance loves it. April, she's big into, semi-vegan stuff. And she has the same juicer that you have.
Good.
Okay, so you put videos out, she will definitely watch them, and she'll be up there grinding up carrots and celery and all that stuff.
I was gonna get that juicer too, and then I looked it up, and you rich, Yolanda. I'm not. We ain't doing that. My bad, Just Al. I got you. You got your points.
But Yolanda, congrats on doing the channel. We're very proud of you. You're doing an excellent job.
Blowing up over there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great job. All right. That is it, because we're an hour and a half into the show. I was trying to get down an hour.
Well, Bone says, when do we play the Panthers? You played us twice in the playoffs and you lost both times.
You had your chance.
Right.
You had your chance. Okay? Make it this year. All right? Maybe you'll play them again this year. We'll see. All right. And another donation. Wow. From Norway. He says the best nation is a donation.
That's
right. Thank you for the $10. Salute to y'all. Hey, shout out to everybody that donated today. Really appreciate you. Man.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed that court of public opinion. There'll be more. Okay, we'll follow up on that. Okay, Lawanda, was that what your name was? Lawanda. I hope we satisfied your level of expectation, your standard. Okay.
Yolanda, go to patreon.com/LBHT Show. Come to the overtime show and tell us all about what we got wrong.
Yes. Yes. And if we did miss something, let us know. You can leave a comment and let us know. Email us, at us at LBHT Show. That's everywhere. Wherever social media is, we're there. Okay. Blue Sky too. If anybody has Blue Sky, we're on there as well. It's at LBHT Show. Look us up. All right. That is it. Patreon members, get ready. The overtime show is starting in a couple of minutes. I'll send a link. All right. You'll get the notification soon. Don't panic. All right. I set it up. I just didn't send the link out yet. All right. That's starting soon. Yolanda, thank you again for joining us. All right. Everybody else, have a great night. We will see you next time. Peace.